question is from London Paduka Mandir. Ross, I want to come for inner awakening. Swamiji, can you do something please to take away my doubt or pattern that stops me from spending my savings as a pensioner so that I can come with the belief that money will come with ease. Ross Sivalani from
Ross,
London
first
Paduka
thing,
Mandir.
inner awakening is not expense you will be doing. It will be the best investment you will be doing it on yourself. Actually, earlier I was giving the whole program free. Unfortunately, people don't open their heart unless they open their packet. No, really. Even now I am seeing whenever I give a free program, after the first session, 40% people are missing. Second day, only 30% people sit. If it's a 5-day, 6-day program, I have to be sitting all alone. That is when I decided, let me talk to people in their language. Even now, the whole inner awakening, whatever I teach, whole thing is available in the YouTube, in my channel freely. Paying for inner awakening itself is a religious action. That itself makes you matured to listen and receive. Now, I saw it experientially. Unless you do that, you don't open up. I am seeing, now I am handling millions of people in last 12, 13 years of my life. That is the reason I kept the money, and I tell you, never, when somebody has an intention, money will be a problem. And I am powerful enough to shower you with wealth the moment you have intention to be here to learn. I will not allow the money to be a black cage for your enlightenment. Understand? I am uttering these words with a lot of responsibility. And Rose, I tell you, you will have wealth just like that. You will be here to attend the inner awakening. I just wanted to ask one thing. How many of you just made the intention, simply money happened, time, everything happened, and you attended the inner awakening? Raise your hand. Just raise the hand. Rose, please look around. Just look around, see the hands up. How many hands are up? All of them are Nityananda's witnesses. All of them are witnesses for my power. So with these witnesses, I give you the commitment. Make the intention, you will be here. And I actually tell you, inside when you iron out, outside ironing out is my responsibility. You move small incompletions, I'll move planets for you to be here. It will be the best investment. You will be doing it on yourself. And I also tell you, make your intention, that's enough. You will see suddenly money flows, time flows, everything flows. All the obstacles are removed and you are here. My blessings. Please go ahead.
Nityanandam Swamiji, I'm Vikram from Chennai. I have a question about my MLM business. I got the blessings from you nearly around 1 year back for my MLM business. But till now I have not been able to make a single sign up.
No, listen.
Where is the mistake I'm making?
Listen. You got my blessing. You did not give your blessing to it.
Okay.
Understand? My blessing is available everywhere. Always. And at least take the responsibility to assimilate my blessings. Look in, where are the patterns? How much of actual belief you have that you will be able to make it? What's the effort you put? What is actually, where are you? How that business occurs to you, how you occur to that business. Ask these basic questions. You will have answers. And if you straight point blank say, I had your blessings and still I have not made, Yes, my blessings are there. It is like people come and ask me, Swamiji, bless us, we should have a kid. I say, Tathastu. And then you come back after 5 years and say, we took blessings from 5 years from before and we did not have kids. My blessings are there. There. Come on. There is something you need to do. So understand how you are occurring to it, how that is occurring to you. I can say, my teachings are my blessings. My teachings are my blessings. Pick it up, pick up my teachings. That will make what you want as reality. The word blessings, you can always pick it up. Pick up my teachings, that is my blessings. That will only make what you want as reality.
Yeah, my name is Dushyant.
Go ahead.
My question is, right now I think we have many mantras and tantras which have been floated across, like we have, I think, Kanaka Dhara Sotram, Kuber Mantra. I think there are many combinations of Sri Yantra, Kuber Mantra. So I just want to ask you this, that is there a simple way and an accurate and more effective way of, accumulating wealth through ritual process?
Yes, I can give you from my experience and from the Agama. Sri Yantra is the most easiest, a very powerful. Get proper Sri Yantra anywhere available. It's called Sri Chakra. Anywhere available. Have it in your home and in your workplace. If you bring it, I can energize and give you also. Keep it. Whenever you find time, you don't have to chant any other mantra. Just gaze at it. It's a DNA of the cosmos. Even if you gaze at it, your brain will have the same electric signals of that same shape. Whenever your brain activates the electric signals in the same shape of Sri Yantra, you become complete, overflowing with energy. You attract all the best things in your life. Simple, straightforward, directly from Agama. Agama means Sadashiva. Sadashiva's teachings.
One
Yes.
last question from San Jose Center. Sendil Sankarappan. Sendil is asking, Nityanandam Swamiji, I invest in stocks thinking of getting huge returns, but lately have been taking a beating. I thought I was being too greedy, but based on what you said, it may not be that greedy. Do I keep applying courage and hold on to my investment applying courage and will perseverance, or take some loss like some people are advising? Thanks a lot, Sendil.
Sendil, I want to tell you, you are taking a beating in stock not because of your greed, but because of the Wall Street's greed. Understand? It's a very clear, a very scientific method of exploiting people's desire to have money. See, the whole stock business is nothing but very systematically exploiting the collective desire to have money. Nothing else. So I tell you, that business, the only thing you need is not just courage. It will be like you should not be afraid to break any of the so-called values. See, it's like when somebody wants to enter into politics, his dharma becomes different. He cannot be having certain dharmas which we have in our normal day-to-day life. His dharma is different. Same way, when you want to enter into this stock field, you should know how to play with others' desires, how to play with the greed of the Wall Street, And you should not hold on to your values which usually you will follow in other places. Say, for example, you have this big value of non-violence. You should not have that when you are doing investing in the stocks. That will not work. There the dharma is different. There the Vaishya dharma is different. So two things I'll personally give you two advice. One, have courage. Second, give up non-violence when it comes to Vaishya dharma. These two will take care of you. And I know this is what exactly is your pattern. Have dharma of non-violence in life, but not where you are doing the Vaishya dharma. I'll tell you a small story. It actually happened. I read it in the Facebook. I was shocked that who put this in the Facebook, because this actually happened in my life. My grandmother, I just enjoyed my life with her. She's such a sweet person. One day morning, in the street, people in villages, Indian villages, in the street, they sell curd, buttermilk, the spinach, all that. So, the old lady comes selling the spinach. Kattu ettana, kattu orana, kattu rendana, like this they will call. Means one pack is 1 anna, one pack is 2 anna, like that they have. So she was shouting in the street saying 1 pack 1 anna, 1 pack 1 anna, come, come. My grandmother went and she was bargaining with that lady to make it into half anna. Half anna, 1 anna is I think 16.5 paise or something like that. Or anyhow, in those days, anna was the way, not paise, anna. So 1 anna was the price that lady was telling. My grandmother asked, no, give me for half anna. She negotiated, finally brought it to half anna and bought 8 packs. So she saved 4 annas. When that lady was giving, my grandmother slowly asked, hey, did you have your breakfast? Morning. She said, no, only after going back I have to cook and eat. She said, wait. I ran into the house, brought full plate of idli, chutney, full breakfast, which must be at least 10 anna worth, and gave it to her. And that lady ate, and she gave water also. She took care of everything. And that lady ate and got very happy, and then she went with her remaining thing. And then I asked my grandmother, you saved 4 anna in the business, but you gave away 10 anna. She said in Tamil beautifully, தர்மத்தில் வியாபாரம் பார்க்க கூடாதுரா, வியாபாரத்தில் தர்மம் பார்க்க கூடாதுரா. I'll translate. In dharma, no business. In business, no dharma. She said, வியாபாரத்தில் தர்மம் பார்க்க கூடாதுரா, தர்மத்தில் வியாபாரம் பார்க்க கூடாதுரா. In dharma, no business. In business, no dharma. Senthil, your problem is you are bringing your non-violence into your business. You should not. You should become just like a Wall Street fellows. Only then you will be successful in that. Thank you. Be blissful.